Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of my DVD update for June 12. First is King Kong 3-disc edition, deluxe extended edition. 1, 2, 3 discs. I only bought this because of the special features, because I've seen the movie a few times before. But it has more than 6 hours of special features. On the third disc it has a documentary very similar to Lord of the Rings documentaries, on the 4-disc Lord of the Rings editions. This is very similar to that. So if you like those Lord of the Rings 4-disc editions, I recommend you to watch this one. And even if you don't like the movie, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy this, because it's not just interviews for 3 hours about how they made the movie. It's very entertaining. It's very varied stuff or whatever. For example, Andy Serkis, he plays King Kong, so he went to some place without Peter Jackson knowing it, and he visited some monkeys or whatever. He was in the wild with gorillas and stuff, and you follow him on that little trip, and they're up in Empire State Building filming and stuff like that. So it's very very entertaining, and they also meet Fay Wray. So Fay Wray from the original King Kong from the 30s. She was like 95 years old there or something. But very cool box set or edition. Highly recommend you to watch this. Next is a show which I was very surprised how good it was. It's MASH Season 1. This is, I think, about the Korean War on the 50s. Americans are there. It's about a few surgeons who are operating wounded soldiers, I think, and a few other people. I guess that's what it's about. Really funny show. That disc has this has broke, so the disc always falls out when you open it. Very very funny show. I highly recommend you to watch this. I didn't have very high expectations. I only got this because my cousin, this is her favorite show of all time. She has all the 11 seasons, and she usually watches it when I'm visiting them on their summer place. They usually have this on. So I figured I'd check it out, and it's really fantastic. Hawkeye is probably one of my favorite TV characters now. After Stewie in Family Guy, he's probably my favorite because he's just amazingly funny. And next up is American Dad Season 1. Haven't seen this whole season yet because I don't like it that much. I've seen almost half of it, but it's kind of boring compared to Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane is the creator of this too, I think. And it's like the same kind of show, but a different family and a different my vocabulary is too small for that. Whatever. But anyway. Next is Eddie Murphy's Raw. I didn't like it that much, partly because I didn't understand everything, because it doesn't have Swedish subtitles. But what I understood was funny. I understood most of it, but there were some things I just didn't really understand. It's one of Eddie Murphy's stand-up shows. I think this is after Delirious. Yeah, he talks about Delirious in this one, so it has to be after. But what I have seen of Delirious, I like it better than this. But this is pretty funny too. Next, Macken, which is a Swedish classic comedy / musical show. But I really hate the music in this one. Some musical numbers or performances or whatever, they're pretty funny. But most of them, I just don't understand why they have music in this, because they ruin it, I think. And I know a lot of people disagrees with that, but that's my opinion. And I don't know how to review this because that word mack might be a Swedish thing, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know the word in English, and well, where you go to put gas in your car, and they repair cars, and it's about the place where they work, two brothers, and all the customers that gets in there, and it's really clever, but they kind of slow sometimes, but it's very very famous in Sweden, and well, yeah. So next up is a bunch of movies which I got at an offer which I've been talking about before. You get 6 movies for 99 kronor, which is like 12 bucks. And I had some extra money which I wasn't expecting on having, but I went out and bought a few movies. So first is Phantoms, which I mixed together with Phantasm, so I thought this was Phantasm when I got it. So I'm probably not gonna see this. I searched for it when I got home, and yeah, it wasn't the movie I thought, and yeah, I don't think I will watch it. Next is a double feature, The Eye and The Eye 2. They're on the same disc. I think people have said that it's better when they're on the same disc than when it's a flip over disc. But yeah, I don't know what to say, I haven't seen them yet. Next, Addams Family Values. Haven't seen it yet. I thought it was the first one when I got it, so yeah, and then I got home and I saw that it was the second movie, but yeah, I hope I will understand it anyway. Next, The Good Girl with Jennifer Aniston. I have seen parts of this movie before. I've seen like half of the movie before, but yeah, I never finished it, so this was a definite buy. And it's like about Jennifer Aniston's character. She works at some kind of cheap grocery store, I think, and she is married to John C. Reilly's character, who I just have to say does an excellent performance in this one. And one day Jake Gyllenhaal's character starts working at the place where Jennifer Aniston works, and he sort of catches her attention, and I guess from there it sort of goes downhill, but it does have a happy ending, and it's just a great film. I highly recommend you to watch this one. Next, Killing Zoe. I saw Quentin Tarantino's name here, so I figured I'd check it out, and it looks pretty cool on the cover too. But basically, if you put Quentin Tarantino's name on a movie, you basically will get it sold, because it's such a big name. But yeah, it's like about an American. He's going to Paris to meet some friends that he hasn't seen in a long time, or one friend and some other guys, and they're gonna rob a bank. Like one of the biggest banks in Paris, or in maybe even one of the biggest banks in France. But yeah, sort of doesn't really work out as they were planning. But well, yeah. Next, Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood. This one I was gonna pay like $7 for separate, but then I found it in that offer, which made it like $2. So yeah, that was great. And I don't know why, but sometimes they have movies in that offer. I mean, they have the movies for a higher price in other sections in the same store. So I mean, I don't know why they put the same movies for a lot cheaper price. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't have space, or yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's like about a prison break. I think this is based on true events. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's about Clint Eastwood and some other guys in the prison. They are breaking out. Yeah, it's really good. Next, Boat Trip. starring Cuba Gooding Jr., Roger Moore also. Well, he doesn't have one of the biggest parts, but well, he's fun in this one. One thing I have to say about this movie before I tell you what it's about is that, no, actually, I'm gonna tell you what it's about first. Well, it's about two men. He has been dumped by his girlfriend like 6 months ago, and he tells him that he wants them to go on a boat trip, but they sort of offend the person who arranged the trips, so the person puts them on a gay cruise. And on the cruise, yeah, you know, it's only gay people, and but they see this bikini team, Swedish bikini team, on the boat. Yeah, and I'm out of time now, so I'm gonna explain what I want to say in the next part.